Hello, I'm Logic Bunny, and come with me down the rabbit hole of knowledge.
Ever felt that shiver of excitement as the clock ticks down, ready to welcome a brand new year? The confetti, the cheers, the hopeful resolutions. It's a global tradition that feels as natural as the sunrise. But have you ever stopped to wonder why we do this? Why this specific moment? This annual turning of the page? It turns out our modern New Year's Eve isn't just about parties and fireworks. It's a story woven from humanity's oldest fascination. The stars. Think about it like this. Imagine ancient civilizations, long before phones or even clocks as we know them. Their world was governed by the sky. They watched the sun rise and set, they tracked the moon's phases, and they charted the movement of the stars. These weren't just pretty lights. They were the original calendars, the ultimate timekeepers. These ancient astronomers, with their keen eyes and brilliant minds, observed patterns in the cosmos that helped them understand seasons, predict harvests, and organize their lives. And in doing so, they laid the groundwork for the very calendars that shape our world today, influencing when and how we celebrate important moments, like welcoming a new year. So, how did this ancient practice of stargazing, of meticulously tracking the celestial dance of the sun, moon, and stars, lead us to the very specific moment of popping champagne at midnight? What's the cosmic connection to our modern-day celebrations? Let's dive into the logic of the cosmos and uncover the incredible story behind our New Year's countdown, the winter solstice. It's the shortest day, the longest night, and a profound turning point. This is when the sun, having seemed to journey away, begins its slow, triumphant return. It's a cosmic rebirth of daylight, a moment ancient cultures deeply understood and celebrated. But is New Year's always January 1st? Not at all. Our modern calendar is a fascinating inheritance, a blend of history and celestial observation. For ages, different peoples marked their new year at various times, often coinciding with these significant solar events like the solstices or equinoxes. They recognized that these astronomical shifts were the true markers of time's passage, far more than an arbitrary date. Imagine tracking the sun's journey without modern tools. Early civilizations used the sun itself as their clock and calendar. Think of a massive sundial, the sun's rising and setting points on the horizon, the length of shadows throughout the day. These were the clues. They revealed the seasons, guiding everything from planting to celebration. It was a direct, observable connection to the rhythm of the year, and a crucial reminder when we talk about the sun. Direct observation without proper eye protection can be very dangerous. Understanding science means approaching it with respect and safety, just as these ancient observers must have learned. So, how does the shortest day of the year make you feel? Does it bring a sense of quiet anticipation for the light's return? It's amazing to think that early calendars, in their quest to precisely measure these solar cycles, often had slight inaccuracies. This led to centuries of adjustments, a continuous human effort to align our lives with the predictable, yet wondrous, movements of the cosmos. While the sun's journey was vital, the moon played an equally enchanting role in how ancient peoples kept track of time. Its phases, from the slender crescent to the full, glowing orb, provided another, more visible rhythm for life. These lunar cycles were essential for agriculture, for understanding tides, and for structuring their societies. But here's where things get wonderfully complex. How do you make a calendar based on the moon, which completes its cycle in about 29.5 days, match the sun's year, which is closer to 365.5 days? It's like trying to fit a beautifully wiggly, ever-changing line into a perfectly straight, predictable track. This challenge led to fascinating solutions. To keep their lunar calendars in sync with the solar year and the changing seasons, many cultures had to get creative. They would sometimes add an extra, intercalary month. Imagine a book where, to make sure the story flows correctly with the seasons, you occasionally add a bonus chapter. This helped realign the lunar count with the solar reality, ensuring important festivals and agricultural cycles stayed in their proper place. It's a beautiful invitation to observe the world around us. Try watching the moon over the next month. Notice how it changes, waxing and waning. Do this not as a chore, but with a sense of wonder and scientific curiosity. See if you can feel the subtle shifts in its appearance. If you were to create your own calendar, perhaps one based on the moon's graceful dance, what would you name your months? Would they reflect the moon's shape, its brightness, or perhaps the feelings it evokes? Historically, many cultures developed intricate lunisolar calendars, each with its own unique way of harmonizing the rhythms of both the sun and the moon. It's a testament to human ingenuity and our deep connection to the celestial clockwork. The story of our New Year's transition takes a fascinating turn with the Romans. Their calendar wasn't always the one we recognize. Initially, their year began in March, a time of new beginnings after winter. But over time, their system evolved, and eventually, January 1st became the celebrated start of the new year. This shift is deeply connected to Janus, the Roman god of beginnings, endings, doorways, and transitions. He was depicted with two faces, one looking backward into the past and the other forward into the future, perfectly embodying the spirit of a new year. It's easy to assume that January 1st has always been our New Year's Day, but that's a bit of a historical myth. The reality is that our modern system is the result of many adaptations and changes over centuries. Think of it like a video game that gets updated with new features and patches. Each change refined the system, attempting to better align it with astronomical realities and societal needs. Imagine a vast timeline stretching back through history. On this timeline, you'd see different calendar systems appearing and evolving. The Roman calendar itself underwent several major reforms. Later, as Christianity spread and empires shifted, the way time was measured and celebrated continued to adapt. It's a dynamic process, not a static decree. This historical evolution encourages us to think critically. Why January 1st? What made that particular moment significant for the Romans and their understanding of time, seasons, and societal order? Perhaps it was linked to the end of harvest cycles or the beginning of a new administrative year. Exploring these historical choices helps us understand the deeper logic behind our traditions. And here's a fun historical tidbit for you. For a period in England, the start of the year was actually in March. Imagine the excitement of having a whole extra month of birthday celebrations to look forward to each year. History is full of these surprising shifts that remind us how our traditions are built over time. Our planet, Earth, is always in motion, and the key astronomical realities dictate the very framework of our year, its axial tilt and its orbit around the sun. That slight tilt is what gives us our seasons, the gradual shift from the warmth of summer to the chill of winter, and it's Earth's continuous journey, its orbit, that defines the length of our year. This predictable, celestial dance is the ultimate aha moment in understanding our traditions. The Earth's consistent orbit around the sun is precisely why we need a reliable calendar. It's the fundamental rhythm that astronomy provides, a steady beat that allows us to measure time, anticipate seasons, and, yes, celebrate moments like the new year. Without this cosmic clockwork, our traditions would lose their anchor. Imagine Earth as a race car on a vast, cosmic track. Each lap it completes around the sun is our year. The length of that track and how long it takes to complete a lap is determined by the precise distance Earth travels and its speed in that orbit. This consistent journey is what makes our calendar system possible. Understanding these astronomical concepts isn't just about memorizing facts. It's about appreciating the incredible precision and elegance of the natural world. It's about recognizing the underlying laws that govern everything, from the smallest atom to the grandest celestial bodies. There's a profound beauty in this scientific integrity. Now, here's a thought to ponder. If you were tasked with designing a calendar, and you had to account for Earth's very slight wobble, known as precession, which shifts the position of the stars over thousands of years, how would you do it? What adjustments would you make to ensure your calendar remained accurate for millennia? It's a fascinating challenge that highlights the continuous human effort to understand and align with the universe. So, we've journeyed through sun cycles, cycles, moon phases, and Roman calendars. How does all this ancient astronomy and historical shifts make our New Year's resolutions feel more meaningful? It's about connecting our personal aspirations to something much grander, something universal. When we understand that traditions like New Year's are deeply rooted in humanity's oldest observations of the cosmos, our own goals can feel less like fleeting wishes and more like part of a continuous, meaningful cycle. Sometimes, the fear of judgment or feeling inadequate can hold us back from setting ambitious goals. But remember, even the most complex traditions, like our New Year celebrations, began with simple observations and a deep desire to understand the world. If ancient peoples could build entire calendars and societies around tracking the stars, surely we can approach our personal goals with a similar spirit of curiosity and courage. Let's think about applying this to our own lives. We all have personal cycles, don't we? Times when we feel more energized for learning new skills, or when we're ready to build new habits. Just as ancient cultures aligned their lives with the predictable rhythms of the sun and moon, we can align our intentions with our own personal rhythms. What is your rhythm right now? What cycle are you in? As a moment of reflection, consider one thing you've learned about astronomy or history today. How does this new knowledge inspire you to look at your own goals differently? Perhaps it's the idea of a celestial turning point, or the patient, centuries-long process of calendar refinement. Finding your own new beginning is about embracing this understanding. And now we turn to you. What astronomical phenomenon, or perhaps what historical event related to timekeeping or celebration, would you be most curious to explore in a future video? Share your brilliant ideas in the comments below. Let's keep this journey of discovery going together. Our journey through time has shown us that the celebration of New Year's is far more than just a party with confetti and resolutions. It's a tradition deeply woven into the fabric of human history, a practice built over millennia of careful observation and a profound fascination with the cosmos. We've seen how the cycles of the sun and moon, the very mechanics of our planet's orbit, and the evolution of ancient calendars all played a part in shaping this annual moment of transition. This connection to ancient astronomy doesn't just make our traditions interesting, it links us to a universal human story. It's a story of endless curiosity, of seeking to understand our place in the vast universe, and of finding patterns in the seemingly chaotic dance of the stars. Just as learning to build a simple device can teach you fundamental principles of physics, understanding the history of our calendar teaches us about human ingenuity and our enduring relationship with the universe. It's about uncovering the how behind the what of our celebrations. So, the next time you find yourself caught up in the excitement of the countdown, ready to welcome a new year, take a moment to remember this deeper connection. You are participating in a tradition that is as ancient as humanity's first awestruck gaze upon the night sky. You are part of a continuous thread of discovery that stretches back through countless generations. Happy New Year! May your year be filled with wonder, with the spirit of discovery, and with the joy of understanding the incredible world around us. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep looking up.